All right, these are video notes on solving multi-step equations. Let's go ahead and take a look at some examples here. So a multi-step equation, if you look at it, means that it takes more than one step to actually complete the answer. So looking at this first one, what you have to do with the multi-step equation is you have to get everything down to one variable on each side. So for this case here, I have 19 minus h minus h. And it looks a lot better if I can go ahead and simplify it. So we got two basic techniques we're going to use: combining like terms and distribution. So looking at this one here, this is going to be combining like terms. These h's are alike, and there's nothing to do on this side. So I'm going to rewrite this 19. A negative h combined with a negative h is a negative 2h, and that equals negative 13. So right, just within one step, it makes it look a lot better. I'm going to go ahead and subtract 19 to both sides, and I get negative 2h, right, equals negative 32. Okay. So now, to finish this off, I just divide by negative 2. All right. And then I get h equals a negative divided by negative is a positive. Positive 16. Coming over here, let's look for the same thing. Look to see if there's any distribution or combining like terms. And so I look at, there's nothing that looks like distribution. So I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms. I got a positive 5n and a negative 8n. And when I combine these, now I didn't do it over here, but it's customary to put the variable first. So I'm going to do that from here on out. So I'm going to say negative 3n, because I got 8 negatives and 5 positives, minus 16 equals negative 10. And now that's not incorrect from what I did over here. I put it second, but this is the more standard way to do it. So we want to kind of have some consistency. Now I'm going to go ahead and add 16 to both sides of the equation. And so bring down my negative 3n. All right. And then this equals positive 6. Negative 10 and a positive 16. Okay. From there, I will go ahead and divide by negative 3. And a positive divided by a negative is a negative. That is a negative. Let's continue with that. So looking at this next one, same type of question. All right, look and see if there's any like terms to combine. So if you look at it, I have 42x and negative 19x, so those combine. So this is going to be, I'm going to subtract these. That gives me positive 23x plus 18 equals negative 28. Okay. Then I'm going to subtract 18 to both sides. Okay. And that gives me 46. And that's negative 46. Right. I'm combining two negatives. Then I divide by 23. Okay. And a negative divided by a positive is a negative, so it's negative 2. Now looking at the next one, I can do this a couple different ways, and I gave you examples before where I would divide both sides by 6 first, and I can do that and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to do this by simplifying first this time though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my distribution. Okay. So I distribute the 6. Remember, distribution is a form of multiplication. Then I'll subtract 30 to both sides. Bring down my 18m. And that gives me positive 36. And I'll continue here. I'll go ahead and divide by 18. All right, and m is going to equal positive 2. Positive 2. All right, we got to flip that over. We got a couple more here. Looking at this next example, same kind of thing. I look to see if I can simplify. In this case, I can use the distribution property again here, so I'm going to go ahead and distribute. So I get negative 3 equals, now this is a negative, so I get negative 6t plus 3. Okay. Subtract the 3 to both sides. All right, I'm getting that t by itself. And so these right here are negative 6. Okay. Then divide by negative 6. Okay. And a negative divided by a negative is a positive. It's positive. So distribute first to simplify. Okay. Looking at our last example here. See what I can do. So I got a couple of things going on here. I got distribution right here, and I got this extra 5q. So eventually I'm going to combine like terms, but first I'm going to go ahead and distribute. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to distribute. So I get negative 15 equals 15q minus 50. Right, that's 5 times 10 minus 5q. So I did simplify it, but there's more to do here. Now I can combine like terms. And I get negative 15 equals, so I got a positive 15 and negative 5, so that combines to a 10q minus 50. I'm going to add 50 to both sides. Alright, I'm going to add 50 to both sides. Okay. And so when I do that, I get, I got to subtract those. So I get 35 equals 10q. Divide by 10. Okay. And just because I got a fraction doesn't mean that I'm wrong. Okay, but I do want to simplify this, and just keep in mind here 35 is the same as 5 times 7 all over 2 times 5, right? Those are the same, so I can cross those 5's out, so I get 7/2. Scoop that up a little bit, sorry, 7/2.